And there we go. Hello, and welcome to The Pale, a homebrew game based off of D&D's updated 2024 5th edition rules. Really excited to share the story that's been building in my head for last greater half of my life. Now it's here. Congrats. Marvel at it.
We get to experience it.
Yes.
Marveling.
Marvel.
Gaze.
Gaze upon it. Now, remember, I take just straight cash. Just send it to my house.
You say gash?
Cash.
Oh.
Oh, just tell us all your full address.
Yeah.
Count and routing number.
Yes.
So security.
Address, everything.
Name of your first pet.
Mother's maiden name.
Mother's maiden name. Yeah,
Yep,
there you
yep.
go. We're hitting all the hits. All the hits.
You were raised on.
Where my first place of employment was. Make sure.
Mother's maiden name. Did we say that one?
We already got that
Yeah.
one. Don't worry.
Okay.
My father's maiden name.
Where was your first kiss? That was also another one.
Your first ship.
Is that really
Yes.
Is that really a question?
It-
'Cause
it
even
is
that's
now.
a little weird. Like,
No,
It is now.
is that really a security question?
It really is. I had that as like a
Oh.
security question.
Well, there we go.
First concert.
Oh, I just realized there's some things I won't be able to do because.
I like how Jim. Who said that? I thought I said first shit. Was that you, Jim?
What did I say?
No, I thought someone thought. I thought someone heard me say first shit, and I don't know if that was you.
No.
When I said the first kiss,
No.
but I think someone heard shit.
Nope. Not I this time.
Now, I've heard some weird things, but that might take the cake.
Gonna pause this real quick just to fix something. Again.
No.
We're-
No.
Yep,
Not
got it.
allowed.
Testicles.
And it caught that. Well, I warned you not to say something, and then you said it. You said the
I
things.
think
How
we
dare
got enough time.
No,
Maybe not. Who knows?
not at all. Never.
There's more.
This is going in. This is going to be re-uploaded, unedited, raw, if you will.
Banana.
How dare you mention fruits? All right. So,
I mean, you're lucky she just said banana. Trust me.
well, we are. Beginning of like new campaign, new story, new adventure. Using the updated rules, like I mentioned before. Where we start, however, if I can. Wait a minute, that's not. Why isn't that not there? What the hell? Oh, there we go. But to say why is this not here? Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. I don't know why just everything's more broken than usual. Where we will start is not in Arkhaven or really on the region of the Calm Belt, but just a little farther north. After almost a couple of weeks on the water, on the waves, being tossed back and forth, you all rode on the Stalwart Gauntlet, a sailing ship owned by the Argent Emissaries. As you all, as part, as a small reward of some of your recent efforts, are being sent away to not the capital. The capital would imply that there is a proper government in this region. Ravenhold is the largest settlement in Slate Shore. However, all of the different small cities and villages that scatter across Slate Shore are instead have a long-standing, one could say an ancient agreement called the Galed Agreement, where one does not necessarily answer to another, but will more or less respect each other's autonomy, but band together if there is a sort of an outside threat. This agreement was tested successfully within the last 10 to 20 years when the Trustin Kingdom attempted to claim stake within the Slate Shore and was subsequently pushed back out. Though now that the Trustin Kingdom's attention has now shifted towards Spirestone, a relative peace has come over Slate Shore. But at the time of but this time of the Stalwart Gauntlet beginning to make its way and dock at the docks of Ravenhold. You are early in the season of bloom. The stormy seasons have passed. The waters themselves were not as dangerous to traverse as they could have been not but another month ago. Even the typically frost-covered lands of Slate Shore is beginning to thaw ever so slightly, at least during the day. It still gets pretty cold during the evenings and nights. You arrive at... Let me make sure I get the names right. Of course, I gotta log back in. It's like, I don't know what happened recently, but it's like everything logged out.
Sounds like your computer updated.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
It's
there
one
was
of
a
the
Windows update recently.
Yeah, that might have been what happened. It broke literally everything.
Yeah, it gave me the 900th notification to buy Windows 365, please. We're begging you. At this point, we'll just do anything.
Anything.
No, why would I pay a yearly subscription for fucking Microsoft Word? That's insane.
Because that's how people make money now. It's not one-time buy. It's making sure that they pay for it.
I think I still have like Word 2016 on my computer. And
Yeah, but when you update your computer, say goodbye to that.
I haven't had that problem yet.
Yeah. Well,
or upgrade, or get a completely new operating system.
as not to interrupt, but as the ship reaches the Mercantile Ward, which not only houses the majority of the shops and trade centers here in Ravenhold, also where the majority of the docks, the different ships, most of which look simpler, one could say more primitive, especially compared to compared to the emissary owned and operated uh, stalwart gauntlet. Aside from the crew, who generally just kind of stay out of your way and go about their business, making sure that the ship is running just fine, your particular contact for the Argent Emissaries is a gentleman only known by the name John, spelt Jon, no H. You would all know that he is a retired adventuring emissary, though he still works for the emissaries as a contact for certain parties. Short, kind of pushed back blonde hair. Strangely enough, one of the more interesting aspects about him is he wears more or less sunglasses almost all the time. These thick rimmed, dark spectacles that he says that he does need for his eyes.
Thank God I don't have a webcam because I just stared at something like that classic look of like, I know what this is.
No, you don't. There is no way that this is a reference to anything else that is pop culture. Not at all. You do not know me.
We're gonna need.
I'm gonna type this into the chat.
Yeah, and guess what? The viewers aren't going to be able to see anything.
Oh, I didn't say it was gonna be your chat.
Rude.
But I want to know.
I'm sure you'll pick up on it sooner or later.
If I'm right, somebody will confirm it.
Either way, as the ship floats into port, docked, and lost the word, but yeah, basically docked, set up, you are let out onto the streets. Compared to Arkhaven, the streets of Ravenhold are not paved. They're a bit uneven. Large flagstones are well worn and look like they've been set down, but sturdy for the last 100+ years or something.
How long were we on this trip?
Just under 2 weeks. And you are opened up into the Mercantile District. Oh, this is not.
So what could
There
we
we
have been doing during those 2 weeks?
That's up to you. Playing
We
card
were-
games. Just
Were we on the ship the entire time? Or where were we at during the 2 weeks, I guess?
yeah, you were sailing on the ship for just under 2 weeks.
Could I be making more of my potions?
Yeah. That's what I want to do.
I would say, yeah, sure, why not?
You said poison takes 10 days, right?
It depends on the cost of what you're
It
trying
was
to make.
50 gold P. Sorry, 50 gilts?
50 gold.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what the conversion rate, like how much time it was right offhand. But we can
Okay.
Get the details on that later.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you can definitely have used your spare time to work on potions and poisons and anything else you wanted to craft.
Beer.
I don't think you would have the materials to be making beer on a ship. But as you arrive in Ravenhold, you walk out onto the main street of the Mercantile District. You have been told by John that the let me double check my notes. Okay, that the hot stone sauna
Ooh.
is towards one end of the year, one end of the streets on the farther end of the Mercantile District.
I'm just like, we should go there, guys. Sauna. After 2 weeks on the airship, be nice to relax over there.
Not an
I
airship.
think it was a
It's-
ship.
Yeah.
Ship.
It's
Oh,
a
it's a
water
ship?
ship. Yeah.
2 weeks. 2 weeks on a ship.
It would have
Sauna
taken.
trip, guys.
I would say you
On
you
a
would be
tube?
aware that an airship would have more than half cut the
Significant.
time. But no, you were just given a little water ship to sail up here. The streets are hustling and bustling. There are plenty of people walking back and forth. Some of them are carrying like the handles of carts. Looks like they're moving goods down the street to probably sell or stock. You do see that there are a few other people look to be like farmers herding some sheep as well. Compared to Arkhaven, Ravenhold is a very different beast from what you're familiar with. There are no trams to help you scoot across from one end to the other real quickly. And despite being told that this is the largest settlement in Slate Shore, it is noticeably very much smaller than Arkhaven is. And yeah, as you stand on the streets, down both directions, you see that there are lines of stone and log buildings, each with their own different signs hanging out to represent what sort of shop it is. You hear the clinking of metal farther down to indicate that's probably where a blacksmith is. And with Pearl's excitement for the sauna, you weren't told exactly where the hot stone sauna was. If you would like to make a perception check to look around.
I'll make a perception check, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna start asking.
I guess Spice will also look around, but you know.
Perception.
If you so wish.
Perception.
Ooh, 12
18.
and an 18. Down the dock side, farther off, where it looks like the less populated portion of the docks, farther down the winding street, you do see what looks like to be a collection of small buildings, and you can just barely see the iconography on one of the signs that would lead you to believe that it is a sauna.
I look at everybody. Who wants to go with me?
I will go to the sauna.
Why do you sound resistant a little bit, Jim?
No resistance, just utter elation at the chance to get naked and be
Oh.
one with my cult.
I definitely hear that, and I'm totally 100% in agreement with you. All right.
For the cult.
For the cult!
We have to be naked in a sauna.
Well, you don't have to be naked. It's an
It's full
optional
effect.
choice.
You must.
It's optional to your comfort level, but I think me and Jim are definitely gonna be naked.
Are
It
you bringing
feels-
your barrel?
No barrel.
Oh,
The barrel stays home today. I will keep her here.
Alright. So then, yeah, we're gonna head off towards the sauna then.
I'm going to instantly regret this decision.
Is Milton following?
Yeah.
Alright. As you start going down the docks, or down the main street of the Mercantile District, as you walk past, there's a bustling fish market. The fresh smells of a newly caught, or a newly caught haul of various hardy fish that live in these colder, more frigid waters of up north. While the air is warming up after the dreaded stormy season, the waters themselves are still frigid and very, if not careful, very dangerous to those who might slip and fall in. But as you move on, you get closer to a larger sign that does say, in 2 different languages, one that is more native to Slate Shore, and I don't believe anyone else here would be familiar with it, but another name in common. Where is it? I said it earlier.
Something stone.
The Hot Stone Sauna. That's right. Thank you. As you all, some of you eagerly making your way up to the door and step inside, you do see that there is a gentleman. Looks like a tall, his hair kind of tied up and back in braids, long braids that go down his back. As you step into this this first smaller building, you can tell that the temperature rises quickly. Temperature and it becomes quite a bit more humid in here as well. And with that, you see this tall gentleman, his wearing like no shirt. His body, fairly muscular build. One arm is covered in what looks like to be very intricate, like vines and vine-like patterns. The other arm, on his right arm, a very similar pattern, but looks like to be serpentine snakes on the other arm. And as you walk in, his back is towards you, and you see on his back is a very large, almost portrait of a very stylistic depiction of a large bonfire with figures dancing around it. But as you come
Those
in,
are tattoos.
yes,
Can I tell him that he has really cool tattoos?
as you all come in, you all see these tattoos. Hears you all come in. He turns around. Welcome, welcome to the Hot Stone Sauna. How may I help you?
You have really awesome tattoos.
He has a very big grin on his face. Thank you, little one. It took many hours of biting on a stick, but it like the way I like the way that these came out.
Where did you get them done, and who was the artist?
Ah, that would have been my brother. He's no longer with us.
Oh,
Rest his soul.
Yeah. Damn Trustons. He spits on the ground.
I guess
How? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
that makes. I guess those make the tattoos more memorable. But man, those are awesome.
I greatly appreciate it, but I'm sure you didn't come here just to talk about my tattoos. As he kind of looks over at all of you.
How much
what if we
does your
did?
sauna cost?
Oh, saw this. That'd be. You're not from around here, correct? Certainly don't dress
No.
nor look like it.
I mean, I've been here before, but not for a very long time.
Milton, what are you wearing? I would say, in addition to your normal clothes, you would also, given the climate of this area, you would have been also given like heavier jackets or winter wear if need be.
Oh, I mean, my doctor's coat, which used to be my old military coat, is a multi-weather one.
Okay. Nah, you probably wouldn't recognize. Lost my train of thought. Oh shit. Oh yeah. You also do have the coupon, so to speak.
Yes. Pearl will
Pearl.com, we could do
Pearl
this.
will pull that out and after she asks how much does a hot soak in the sauna cost, and we have this coupon that we got.
With a very curious look, he kind of hands out his hand.
I gave it to him.
Kind of reads it over. Nods. Ah, I see. You're part of the Argent Emissaries.
Mhm.
Well, normally, stay here at the sauna would be. Just a moment. I have to look at my own. Okay, would be your about 5 states, but seeing as you're special guests, no charge to you.
Let's go.
Is the bath, is it a co-ed bath or is it separate baths?
They're not really. Well, they can be separate if you wish. We don't have very many customers today, so you have your pick at the saunas. First, you'll need to go down to the hall. Make sure that you're all washed down. Take a quick shower. Make sure you're clean. Then from there, you can take the next door down to the left. That'll open up to the other saunas. If you all wish to have your own individual saunas, that's perfectly fine. We have the room for it. But if you do want to share, there's nothing against it. Just
What is a sauna?
Oh, you'll see. It's gonna be so relaxing. And you need to learn how to swim anyway, so this would be great to just all do a co-ed sauna.
he kind of squints his eyes for a moment. We do have an ice bath for afterwards, but I think the saunas down south may be different from what you might be expecting here.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't think we're planning on joining the Polar Bear Club anytime soon.
Yeah, from what I read, saunas are like steam.
Right. It's a. We have a few separate, smaller buildings, but yes, you walk inside. Some hot stones are delivered, placed in the middle of the small building. And depending on how much heat or humidity you wish, pour out a ladle of water onto the stones, and it'll quickly heat up the room.
Ooh.
I think she
Okay.
was hoping for like a hot springs bath, not a sauna.
I don't think I've ever been to this kind of sauna. Then I think I'm totally thinking of a hot springs. Then, so I don't think I've been
Oh.
to a sauna before.
Ah.
But it'll be fun. It's free from the Emissaries, so why not use it?
Yes, there are towels available if you so wish as well. But if you're really looking for hot springs, you may have to travel farther southeast towards the mountain. I know some of the more hardy dwarves down there upkeep a few hot springs.
Okay, good to know. Okay, I guess show us where we need to go.
He raises his hand kind of to show you the way. He kind of walks you down to the first part of the sauna, are these showers. Very quick, kind of making sure that the saunas themselves stay very clean as well. You wash yourselves off. You are then, with or without towels, he doesn't judge.
No towels.
Jim and Pearl
No towels.
go in their birthday suit.
Mhm.
Spice is very careful where she's walking because of her height.
Oh dear.
Just,
Doing it
Mm.
like a
maybe she just needs like a helmet or something.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's why she was like, oh gosh.
I will take a towel.
I'm sure if Spice just stays like to the side and not to the front or the back, she'll probably be okay.
But she's just being careful.
Of course. From there, you are then led outside. The air going from the showers to the saunas themselves, you do have to step outside, which is a very brisk, cold step, but you are open to delineate yourselves to whichever saunas you wish to go to, whether as a group, a couple of groups, or just completely individual.
I'm cool with going for a group room.
Yeah, just do
Group
group
bonding.
Okay.
group bonding.
Team bonding exercise.
Pearl's tail is just covering her lower section, but the upper section is exposed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, normally these kind of saunas, like sweat lodges, you could hallucinate in these things.
That's a wild thing to suggest.
That's not wild. That's a fact.
Yeah, maybe for the real life world, but this is a fantasy world.
I didn't say the hallucinations were a bad thing.
That's fair. Also, someone
Sometimes
is.
There's a reason they call them, visions.
Mm-hmm. And to be fair, someone is carrying along a certain type of mushroom on their bodies, so who knows what might happen when those get heated up.
That.
Dripping at the sauna.
Well, as you four make your way, you make your way into the sauna. They do have like a few large glass windows that allow you to look outside, along with some curtains if you also wish to have a little more privacy. But one of the walls, along with its largest window, does look out to the west, out into the ocean, if one so wishes to have a nice view.
Is it like a bench kind of like situation where it's like long benches and then like against the windows, or?
Uh, yeah. So these saunas, there are 2 or 3 like tiers of benches. The lower bench uh, is cooler. Like if you don't want to be exposed to too much heat, uh, since heat rises and all that, or if you want some a hotter time in the sauna, you can get up on a higher bench. But there is like just uh, a little more enough room just for all 4 of you in this sauna. In the middle looks like to be a pit of where these hot stones are uh, quickly and presentably delivered. Uh, but yeah, the benches themselves kind of just circle around the stones, but some of the benches are kind of up against the windows.
Ooh. Pearl's gonna take a bench against the window and kind of lay down.
All right. As the stones are delivered in, just to get it started, a ladle of water is poured over it, quickly sizzling and steaming up, giving a nice, relaxing warmth that some say is beneficial to one's health. I'm sure the doctor would know all about that.
I miss the heat. This is nice, guys. It's well deserved after being on a boat for 2 weeks. What exactly is the plan, though? I guess we go see John after this?
Next mission. We need more
Okay.
money.
That's true. So is Milton and Spice the only people that are having towels out of the 4 of us?
From what it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Milton just messaged me. He's got to step away for dinner real quick, but we can keep going. I will mention that John did mention to you that you do have the Stalwart Gauntlet is going to be docked here for about a week to kind of get resupplied, let its crew kind of stretch their legs, and also you will have access to the saunas all week as well.
Nice.
So yeah, you'll at least have roughly 7 days to spend here at Ravenhold to see, to explore and see if you can make any money as you wish.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Jim, I mean, what are you
What?
doing? I'm curious. What is Jim doing right now?
I'm relaxing in the sauna. That's what I'm up to. Naked and not afraid.
I'm very afraid.
It's
I'm used
like,
to this.
are you like tense, Spice, or what's going on?
Say again.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Vivi,
Yes.
where I'm from, what's the weather like where the farm was?
I would say it is generally more. It is more chill. It is on the colder side of temperate. You do still have like pretty long, harsh winters. Summers are pretty warm, but are
Is
warm
it
but
safe
shorter.
to say this is probably the warmest I've ever been, though?
Yeah, I would say so. It is,
It's
aside from probably like a few hot baths that you've had back in Arkaven. Yeah, this particular sauna, the heat, in addition to the humidity, probably is the most that you've ever really felt at length.
it is very warm in here, and she's a like not used to it.
Well, it's like I think like the when you get it like nice and like hot, I think it's supposed to help clear out like just clear out any like lungs or something. It's supposed to be very good for you. Helps get the system going.
Since he's not here, I'm gonna say the doctor pipes up and says that, oh yeah, it's supposed to be really good for like detoxing you and clearing your
That's
pores.
your Milton impression.
You're next.
Regiment.
Whatever you say, Doc, all I know is the nude way is the only way. Gotta let it, all those healing properties get to every inch, every crevice.
He is desperately trying not to look, making sure he's turned away.
Pearl's gonna turn towards him and just be like, "Yeah, Doc, you did say this was good for us." Right.
He.
It's
Nah. I'm not gonna roll on behalf. Never mind. It's okay.
Besides, I think it's also like he also opens up your pores and stuff, so it's good to expose your skin because then it opens up all the pores,
Mm-hmm.
gets everything out. It's been a while since I've been to anything that's like this hot.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
But yeah, Jim, you probably felt this sort of heat, but just without the humidity, plenty of times down at the frontierlands.
Yeah. This is just another day.
Pearl's gonna start doing some stretching.
As you begin to stretch, after some time, I will say, because of your mushrooms,
Let's go.
I want everyone to go ahead make a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry. Bad roll. Bad roll. Bad roll.
It's a pretty easy DC,
All
Oh my
right.
goodness.
and there is no there's no like
What are we rolling?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Yes,
Alright.
first roll of the new adventure.
Oh, let's get high!
We rolled perception earlier.
No.
I got a 4.
For oh. Okay.
Where's the saving throws now?
Let me. Yeah, the new sheet, new everything.
Okay, I found it. It's just right next to it. It just looks different.
E.
Jim tripping. Okay, well,
Jim.
Spice isn't.
Pearl? Well, I guess like with the depending on the DC, Pearl's definitely tripping over her own shrooms.
Yeah, the mushrooms that you have growing on you are definitely not, definitely do not grow in this sort of environment. With this, not only with this much heat, but also this much moisture in the air. You... I will say you are effectively poisoned for the moment. You're not taking poison damage, you just have disadvantage on, like, all your d20 rolls.
Okay.
But your vision is almost doing that, like, chromatic aberration.
Oh, nice.
Things are, like, as you look around, things are just kind of shifting and wobbling a little bit. You probably have an idea of why this is happening. All of
Oh
a
yeah,
sudden.
no, she's probably tripped before for sure, so she knows that she's tripping.
Yes.
She's
Is
just
Pearl the only one tripping?
Yeah, because the DC was like 6.
I think Milton technically needs to roll.
Oh yeah, Melton needs to roll.
Yeah, when
But
he...
Pearl's just like she's just like now raising her hand and kind of like moving her hands in the air, and she's like, guys, if only you could see this. Everything's moving like rainbows. We're such fragile beasts. And then she's gonna like kind of like maybe like softly like sing to herself, but she's like moving her hands in there trying to like catch the wavy patterns, hypnotic patterns that she's seeing.
Spice is just gonna. I really wish the doctor was here, because Spice is just looking at the doctor like, is she okay?
We can... when he gets done eating dinner, sure. I don't know if he's gonna grab dinner and bring it back to...
Sounds like he's just munching.
Yeah, it sounds like he's just gone. I said that, you know, we could more than happy, I'm more than happy to, like, take a break for this, but...
Why don't we take a pause for now, if we don't want to play further, or we can just hang out.
Well,
Up to you.
what we could maybe I don't know if you want to go see what Victor's up to in the meantime.
Honestly, that's a good point.
Hmm.
We could use this moment to yeah, to shift it in the meanwhile, while the Argent Emissaries are taking their sweet time at the hot stone saunas.
Oh no.
What? What would... What do you think, I'm trying to think, sorry.
No, you're good.
I thought the party would run into you on the streets, but like, well, what would Victor be doing before he has his run-in?
Maybe doing some shopping.
Yeah, we could do that. You are here in Ravenhold because you have you were given a map of something that may be of interest to you. But now that you've made your way here to Slate Shore, you're not entirely sure if you need more maps to know exactly where you are, or if you might need a guide to help lead you out to where you need to go, or if you need to stock up on some cold gear, depending on what you have, what your equipments are. What would you be shopping for?
Yeah, I guess getting a new cloak or jacket.
All right. You would also be looking for like another a cloak or a jacket, or something to keep you warm in this higher or this upper this region. You would also be walking down the mercantile ward. You'd probably have found one of the shops. Looks like a kind of clothing little shop. One that seems to specialize in colder weather equipment, different different coats, a few different cloaks, some like hiking, almost like hiking boots with like metal claws in the soles.
Crampons.
Yes. I would say you'd be talking to why does this keep moving when I try to, there we go. There we go. Okay. You would be talking, you would have met Tove, or Tova. This would have been a much older woman. She's a bit kind of hunched over in her age. Long braided, like shock white hair. She is more than inviting. Helps walk you over, kind of looking at the different articles of clothing that she has. Well, what exactly would you be looking for, young man?
Oh, need something warm, but also something that can take a little bit of beating.
Ooh. Right over here, we have a selection of pelts that the Hunters Guild has collected over time.
He's gonna take a couple of them, throw them over his shoulder, and see how they fit.
It would just take a small adjustment, but they seem to work or fit just perfectly for a person of your stature.
Okay, I think these will do. Might be heading up into the mountains a bit. You got anything you would recommend for that?
Well, if you're heading up into the mountains, I would suggest more probably get in contact with the Hunters Guild themselves. Despite the name, they also do gathering parties and escorts for those who so need it for various reasons.
Okay. Where can I find them at?
They'll be just outside the city limits, out in the outer ward. You'll see a few long houses for farmers and hunters, but one of the larger longhouses
Okay.
will stand out amongst the others, and that's the guild hall.
Well, thank you very much for the information, man.
Of course. Anything that Tova can help you with.
How much do I owe you for these pelts?
I'll say, just 2 gilt, and that'll keep you nice and warm while you're up here.
All right, here you go.
She takes the 2 gilt, kind of shuffles behind behind the counter. Kind of, you hear a couple clinks into a strong box. And I will say that you missed everything. Now that you're back. You are like you won't have any with any cold weather that you might have to deal with. You won't suffer any disadvantage on any checks. You are well equipped for any
All right.
excursions into the nature.
I just saw the con saves and I was a little worried.
It's not too big of a deal, though you might want to check up on Pearl.
Well, does he need to make one as well?
He does need to make one.
I rolled
Vivi
for him.
made one for him.
Okay.
Oh,
He got a 12, so he's fine.
yeah.
We're in a sauna though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Wheel?
heat based, right?
it's what?
It's based off of heat. Why? How could she fail a Constitution saving throw?
We'll get back to that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll wrap around back to that. As Victor, you kind of gather your things. Do you go ahead and like equip your clothing to
Yeah.
wear it on
Probably
out?
cold around here.
Agreed. As you.
Oh, and sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, if I could trouble you one more time, man. Is there anywhere around here I could relax and rest up a bit before I head out?
Oh, well, here in the Mercantile Ward, we do have the Bloody Axe Tavern. Though that's usually where some of the more rowdy sailors go to, once they finally bring in their catch for the day. If you want a nicer place, I would say down the Raven and the Wolf Tavern, an inn. It's probably something a little more fitting for someone like you.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you again.
Of course. And she'll kind of wave you on as you step out. The location of the little clothing shop that you were, the main street kind of splits off in a T section. Looks like it goes towards what you would have gathered that the signs would say it's called the Religious Ward. In that section, there is a bit of like a cliff, not cliff, well, it's like a hill that does have a cliff on the side of it. Roads, kind of a main road, kind of circling up the side of this hill, up to the zenith of this cliff. Still within the bounds of the city itself, but you see a tall, old stone statue, and was like to be a very important historical figure. This place. If you want to make either a history or a religious check. As you do that, 17. You would know that while Ravenhold is not officially the capital of Slate Shore, most of the other towns and villages do give a special exception to Ravenhold whenever Ravenhold does make a decision or feel the need to do something, due to the religious importance of the Valk and her falcons. The Valk is a periodical historical figure that seems to be chosen by the primal animals, by the primal faith. to be a kind of religious and military leader in certain ages of strife. And just below her are falcons. These are also specially, almost divinely preordained figures who are born with certain special abilities and magical prowess and druidic leanings. Each one is usually fairly different and unique, but they always stand out amongst the normal population. And as you look up at the statue, you're pretty certain that this might be a representation of one of the first Volks. And you kind of understand why not only is it built on top of a hill, but also where most of the religious and semi-governmental buildings of Ravenhold reside here, kind of on this hillside.
Heard plenty of stories about them.
You would have definitely heard some stories of the military that you were once a part of, attempting to cross a threshold that they were never meant to be crossed and brought down.
Well, I guess I'd head on over to the tavern that
All right.
the tailor mentioned.
Right. So yeah, you begin to make your way to the Raven and the Wolf Tavern. This one located within the central ward, where a lot of the more residential kind of area is. But as you begin to make your way that way, let's go back over to the sauna, where the combination of heat and humidity has begun to influence an adverse effect on the mushrooms that grow on Pearl's body. Which, of course, it only stands to reason that Pearl is the one who is beginning to see colors that she's never seen before and trip out a little bit.
Pearl is lying on her back. She's got one hand up in the air. She casts Starry Wisp, and she's using her hand to kind of guide the light. And her mushrooms are glowing at this point because she cast Starry Wisp. And it's like she's guiding this like little bulb of light around the ceiling with her fingers with a huge smile and totally just entranced by her actions. She cannot pay... everything else is like white noise to her right now. She's so focused on just tripping and just being one with her magic, I guess.
And I'm looking at the doctor like, is she okay?
Roll medicine and see.
Do you come up to her, Milton?
Yeah.
Do you put your hands on her or anything? Or what is he doing?
I will do an examination first because I know better.
Sure. Go ahead and make a medicine roll.
But how close are you to her?
Close enough to know better?
Yep. You already know she's trying to bait you into a trap.
Can I do perception? Well, no, I guess if he's close enough to her, her tail's gonna reach out and wrap around his waist. If he's that close.
Milton, you uh, attention brought to Pearl. You see her laying on her back, kind of playing with a little bit of magic. Uh, you can easily see at a decent distance that her eyes are almost like saucers at the moment.
Well, she's got no pupil, so her eyes.
Oh,
You
right,
can't really tell.
right.
She's got opal eyes. I would say her veins on her body are much more like they're larger
Pronounced.
and more prominent and pronounced and glowing.
Okay.
Like she's almost giving off a dim light with her mushrooms.
Yeah, you would have to get a little close to kind of. You do pick up that she is probably under the influence of something, but then it starts to click together: the heat, the humidity, the mushrooms that grow on her. It's probably something to do with that. She doesn't look like she's in danger. She's not hurt. She's just a little out of it at the moment.
Okay. So she's tripping balls, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. But she's not doing anything that's like she's doing she's in a way she's just using her magic to create Starry Wisp and just getting really into it, like hippie vibe, like one with the music. They're just really, I guess, just being in tune with her nature and magic side.
Okay. He's gonna kind of reach out with his hand, like just like kind of like above like Pearl's eyes, and just kind of snap his fingers to get her to like focus.
She hears your snap, and if you're that close, her tail automatically wraps around your waist, and she's going to pull you in. Her face is gonna get close to yours because she's gonna sit up and kind of pull you closer to her, and she's just gonna tilt her head at you, and her face is gonna get kind of close, almost like a couple of inches, like maybe like an inch or two away, and she's gonna smile, and she's gonna say, "How may I help you, Milton?"
Or he
I think it would be fair to say that at the moment, Pearl has completely forgotten that Jim and Spice are still in the same
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, no,
I
her
asked.
face is like an inch or two away from your, like an inch or two away from your face, Milton, as her tail is wrapped around your waist since you got that close to her. And she's got a big smile.
As soon as I saw the tail go around, I'm like looking away, but also not looking, at Jim. But so she's just like, she found like that a corner, and she's just staring at it. Also, weren't you by a window?
I was like, because she did do stretches before she started getting high. So I think she would have gone maybe a little bit lower to start doing stretches, because I did say she was doing stretches before she got high. So she would have probably gone to like the first bench and like laid down after she realized she'd start to trip. And then now Milton's wrapped by her tail.
Okay. Alright. Spice, Jim, could you guys get a couple towels, wet them, and we gotta, I guess, cool her.
Man down! Man down! All hands on deck. Get the
Pearl's
towels.
Yes, please, please.
Pearl's gonna take her hand. She looks like she's going to kiss you, Milton, as she reaches her hands towards like the back of your neck.
Okay. Are the others doing as I had asked?
Jim swoops in and saves Milton from the kiss.
By kissing him instead.
No, I don't. No, I don't need your help on that one. I can handle
Too
that
bad.
one.
Jim just tackles him with a towel.
Question.
Wait,
For the DM.
wait.
Oh wait, no, never mind. That's
Oh, okay.
I can only cast on myself.
Her Starry Wiz is also still going around her and Milton
Okay.
now.
If I were to cast Armor of Agathis and then like give her a hug, would that cool her down?
Sure. Why not? I will also say that describe to you like the after you're done with the sauna. By the way, the gentleman's name, the one who tends to the sauna, he forgot to introduce himself, but he would have introduced himself as Hemming.
Having?
Hemming. Hemming.
Hemming.
Hemingway.
Sort of, yeah. He would have said that after the sauna, to prevent you from kind of overheating or anything. There is a cool bath that you would dip in afterwards.
Okay, I'm gonna do something really, really stupid.
Of course you would.
Pearl. Yeah, and as you're doing that, Pearl's gonna brush her lips just barely over yours.
He's going to scoop her up
Oh.
and in Infernal whisper maybe later and walk outside where the ice baths are and just drop her into the ice bath.
Can I roll strength to see if my tail pulls him in with me? Because it's still wrapped. I said it was wrapped around his waist.
Yeah. It will be with disadvantage because you are poisoned.
Okay.
And it wouldn't necessarily be an ice bath. It is a cold bath, but it's, there's not like chunks of ice in it.
So what am I rolling? I guess with the which one am I rolling with disadvantage?
You said strength. Yeah.
It's not very good. Okay. $11 and then 5.
5. You do feel your tail does wrap around his waist and does tug a little bit. But because of your kind of loss of coordination due to the effects of your mushroom, and probably a bit of the sweat too, your tail slides off as you are quickly submerged in very cold water.
Okay.
As Milton had scooped you up, running outside, almost barely holding onto his own towel, to a nearby, almost looks like an open-ended hut almost, that has some like pre-prepared like cold baths. Drops you in. I'll say no roll necessary. The shock of the cold water would be enough to knock you out of the effects of your own mushrooms.
So when he said maybe later in Infernal, she would have smiled and give a little giggle after she brushed her lips against his. And then once she goes into almost shock, she's just gonna stand up straight. She's still naked. So she's just up straight, very alert, and probably a little bit on defensive mode because she's just what the fuck just happened with the cold water. And then she looked at Milton and she's like, "Did you just fucking dump me in the water?"
Very particular choice of words. I like it.
Did. You needed to cool down.
She would have. Well, no, she would have. I think she probably would feel. She's gonna like. Oh no, she'll walk out and she's like, maybe you need to learn how to take the heat more. An infernal.
We're gonna let that slide.
uh,
Because there's no right answer to this one. He is been his lip.
Alright.
Because I knew that was gonna put me in hot water.
Lol.
Lol.
Jokes.
You can see that there is like a playful grin to her though.
There is another customer that's kind of on the farther end of this kind
Oh,
of open area, and
They get flashed. I don't know if it's foggy or is it like clear air where you can see everything.
right outside, like kind of walking towards this hut that has the cold bath in it. It is open air. There is still like a privacy like wall around the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there is like another customer who's like has his towel on, look like he just got out of a cold bath from another small little cluster of little saunas. You see him look over, his eyes widen, and he quickly looks away and just kind of keeps walking.
I think she'll go see where the others are, unless is it just her and Milton out here?
Unless Jim and Spice had also decided that it was the end of their sauna for the time.
I think Spice would have gone out, but like let them have the room. Like wouldn't have followed them into the
cold bath
thing, but like yeah.
That's fair.
Jim will stay in there until he is approved.
I want to do more RPGing, but it won't. I think I'm gonna savor it and wait. But Pearl, she's not gonna leave Milton. She's gonna say that still, with a smile, and then she's gonna stand in front of him, and she's gonna say, "So are you thoroughly hot?" Wait, no. Hold on. Nah, I don't know what.
No, she said it.
No.
Her mind is jumbled from all the
A
mushrooms.
little bit. She's just gonna like say like, "So are you done with the heat then, Milton?"
A little bit, but you looked like you were a little out of it. I tried to get your attention, and it did not go well. So
Just a second, you're coming in
Go well?
pretty quietly. I'm gonna bump you up.
yeah, no, he was being quiet with that.
Didn't go well, or didn't go as you expected?
Went about as I expected, to be honest. There's no right or wrong. There's no right answer to any of this. I am a dead man.
Dead.
Why do you think you're a dead man? I was just annoyed that you dumped me in cold water. That was about it.
Oh, no, sweet. I'm talking about me. I'm a dead man because there's no way Milton can talk himself out of this one.
Is Milton like trying to talk?
I am
But, like-
struggling to talk, not Milton. That's the problem. I am struggling. Because my brain is like going, oh, what are you going to do about this? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's like,
I think Pearl's gonna get a little closer to Milton. She's like, would have been so bad if I did kiss you fully.
Is Jim like poking his head out the door, staring?
No, just can hear somehow from inside the sauna.
Hmm.
Only when you're of sound mind, that is.
Well, I'm sound mind now. She gets a little closer.
Alright, I'm gonna roll a d4.
Wow.
Alrighty. He is going to sweep her off her feet and then give her a kiss.
Oh! Can we cut to a little bit of black, please?
Sure. As soon as you hear another door open from another sauna.
We're gonna find somewhere. Or... Yeah, no, Pearl's, we're making out. Pearl's not gonna let him go that easily.
Really thought that was gonna work.
I don't know. I guess what the D4, what was it gonna be? The other numbers.
Oh, absolutely nothing. It was either sweep her off her feet or start babbling again. And I was like, you know what? That's why I roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. But yeah, they're gonna go find a place to make out somewhere in the corner, and then she's gonna cast Fog Cloud if she has to give them some privacy. She'll cast Fog Cloud if she needs to.
So-
Since we are talking about privacy, can you give us like about maybe a couple minutes, DM, so I can use the bathroom?
Absolutely not. Should have used the bathroom when you were eating. And he's gone.
No, I'm still here.
Oh no. There was no response, so I thought you had already left to use the restroom. Yeah, as in this public space, still bereft of most of your clothes, you do see Hemming, like, is about to catch you, and then you cast Fog Cloud. Spice and Jim, you're both still in the sauna, probably waiting. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is not how I saw tonight going.
no, of course. Not how I saw it going
Ow,
either.
chicka, wow, wow.
Why do I always leave it up to a dice roll?
Cause,
No, babe, why do you?
so,
Why do the dice always want this to happen?
Spice. You said you
Yeah.
were waiting until they were done, and you're still sitting in the sauna. You haven't heard back from them in a bit. You don't know if they've taken their little cold bath and have finished and just kind of kept going. You don't know if they're still waiting on you now or not.
Spice knows better than to follow. She's not following.
Alright,
Ooh,
so how long do you and Jim just stay in the sauna?
I think
how long would Jim stay? Cause she doesn't know like when to leave, so she's kind of like looking for guidance in this situation. So she's just kind of like looking at Jim, well, not looking at Jim, but looking at Jim.
hey, we're just hanging out. Just two of the guys.
And how long would Jim stay?
Until I'm approved.
And how long is that?
Hours.
I mean,
They were
you
in
could
here
argue.
for like 5 minutes, and then she started tripping, and then, well, they're doing whatever they're doing
Was it
now.
5 minutes?
No,
Felt
I would
like it.
say I would say there would have been a longer stretch of time, like half an
Maybe
hour.
like 30.
Okay. It's not long enough
Yeah.
from Jim.
At what? When do I like? So when I go to a sauna, I can be in there for like 20, 30 minutes, and then I start feeling dizzy because of how hot it is.
Hmm. I would say
How long till I start feeling like that dizzy?
I would say the way that this is set up, the heat is kind of the heat itself is kind of indirectly controlled. Uh, Staying on the lower benches will you'll be exposed to less heat, so you could probably stay in there longer. Just kind of closer to the floor that you go, and not pour too much water onto the hot stones.
Okay, because she would stay there till I guess, Jim left. They came back or started feeling dizzy.
Okay. I'd say probably another 15 to 20 minutes. Jim would probably want it to stay nice and hot, so he kind of climbs up on some of the higher tiered benches to try to get as much heat and humidity. And the funny thing is, he says he's waiting until he becomes a prune, but his secret is he's always a prune. So
Real meets real.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's already kind of wrinkly, so
Just need more wrinkles.
Yep.
Ah!
after a bit of time, you, Spice, feel like you're beginning to reach like the limit of what your body can handle. Jim, you kind of like start like touching your arms and kind of feeling around. You feel yourself extra pruny.
I'm melting!
You're straight up taking fire damage at this point.
It might be good for us to get out. I'm not feeling very good.
We leave.
You both.
I think we should leave Milton and the doctor to. I mean, Milton and
Pearl.
Pearl.
To their own devices.
Alone. Exactly.
Yeah,
Maybe we could go somewhere to get something to drink. I'm a little dehydrated.
Yeah, I'm always down for a drink.
It's very strange. The moment you step out of the sauna, you're hit with like another mist cloud, but it's not like hot and humid like it was in the sauna. It's quite possible that some some, well, it's a new region. Maybe some like midday fog has rolled in from the sea. You're not entirely sure, but following the little pathway on the ground, you're easily able to find the cold baths. Take a quick dip. You instantly start to feel better, but still could go for a drink. Spice.
Mm-hmm. I'll ask our tattoo friend Hemming,
Mm-hmm.
where's a good place to go get a drink?
Well, for those out of town, the more popular place would be the Raven and the Wolf Tavern. Also, doubles as an inn if you need to get an extra room for yourself.
Might be a good idea. Thanks. We'll probably be back at some point.
Yes.
Also, did our other companions happen to leave, or did you see them, or Because we lost track, but we kind of just stuck to ourselves. But I was just curious.
I saw them for a moment, then I think one of them cast a spell. I, as long as there's no. As long as I don't bother anyone else, and if no one else makes a complaint, well, I don't really. I lost track of them, but as long as they don't cause a problem, then we won't have a problem.
Okay, but you saw them leave?
Not exactly.
Oh. Okay,
There
got
would have
it.
there would have been like almost like little cubby holes where you would have put in your like your personal effects and your clothes. Would have been safe. Uh, at any point, would Milton's and Pearl's cubby holes be emptied out of their stuff, or?
She she would have had her arm focused, her necklace of adaption, which she's using it, um,
Oh,
and her gilded acorn.
Wait, you still had the necklace of adaptation, and you still
Oh yeah,
failed
she's
poison check.
well. It's not. It doesn't affect. I don't think the necklace would affect the con save for my own mushrooms. I feel like it would be different, right?
yeah. The necklace adaptation would have
Yeah.
been like gas effects, not
Yeah.
any poison effect. That being
Yeah.
said, it would you would have been told to remove any jewelry because anything metal going into a sauna would burn you with the heats
Okay,
that
but-
generated.
So then she would have taken off her necklace, for like her two necklaces, but she's keeping her wooden arm focus on because it's made out of wood. It's not metal.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Like,
oh yeah.
that's-
Steam is really good for wood. How it just soaks up and expands, and gets wood rot. Great idea.
it's also
it's
magical,
treated.
so yeah, it's treated.
It's also magical. It's got
Treated by
glitches for-
magic.
It's
Yeah, Milton.
it's got a crystal in there.
But what I'm asking is when Jim and Spice had went to get their things to to get dressed and be ready to go out in to be decent in public, would they have noticed that Pearl's and Milton's effects would be gone or not?
I guess how long from the time of when Milton swept her off and took her somewhere and up to when Jim and Spice have left, how long would that have been?
That's up to you.
I think they'd probably still be there.
Yeah, I would say like maybe like an hour or two. They'd be doing stuff.
Uh-huh. And how long does your fog spell last?
Let me see. Let me pull it up. Come on, sheep. Where is it? Fog cloud. Come on.
I am so sorry to all the viewers out there. This was not my intent.
Concentration up to 1 hour.
Oh,
Oh, can she concentrate?
I would say with the rules of. Wow, good job.
Sorry.
I'll say you're fine. You can concentrate on it because concentrating on a spell is a little different from some of the other things you're working on.
Yeah, so
I'm
I'd
sure.
say probably at least 1 hour, because that spell gives us 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. Well, as Spice and Jim kind of begin to like get their get your things together and be like, well, I guess we'll just meet the other two at the tavern. Hemming will say, help give you directions. It's like go down the main street, turn over, follow the signs that says going toward the central ward, and the Raven and the Wolf Tavern and Inn will be next to one of the largest buildings in the town, called the Ingval Feast Hall.
I'm actually gonna leave a note in the cubby saying where we're going.
Okay, that works. After the time of getting your stuff together, making your way downtown.
Walking fast.
Making my way.
Don't get us demonetized. No.
They do it on Critical Role all the time.
Yeah, but they, I don't want to get demonetized by Critical Role. Because that's totally how it works. Trust me.
I think you'd take that. I think you would take being demonetized by Critical Role.
Okay, I've sat here long enough. I really do have to go.
Okay. No, yeah, you're good. We'll wrap around to you two. We can. But yeah, as you make your way,
Making my way.
through the mercantile ward, you make your way to the central ward. You see instead of like the buildings of the different shops and words. The shops and the little tradesman little buildings and stuff that kind of line the coastline. You turn and you start going down the central ward. These buildings, some of these look a bit older, though it looks like they are more than warm enough to weather the sorts of weather and the storms that the climate that they have here. And sure enough, you do see a very large, long building, almost the shape of an upside-down ship. The way it is not square at all in its construction. Almost from one end to the other, it's gently rounded. Along with in the way that the wood looks, the way it's carved and intricately detailed, it might not be too far off to assume that the Ingvild Feast Hall might be one of the oldest buildings here in Ravenhold.
I get, Spice is gonna... Is it easy enough to get inside?
The feast hall or the tavern?
The tavern.
Oh yeah. Nearby, there is a still larger than a bunch of the other buildings, but still almost dwarfs in comparison to the feast hall. A 2-story building has a sign that's hanging out that shows a rather maybe surprisingly graphic depiction of a raven standing in the corpse of a wolf, almost like it's pecked through the stomach. You can you can rightly assume that this is the Raven and the Wolf Tavern, and it has a couple of like double doors that quite a few people are kind of coming in and out. I would say you would see an uptick of people who look like they're not from around here, coming in and out of this tavern compared to the rest of the city.
I think this is our tavern. Did Jim bring his barrel with us? Oh, you got dressed again, right?
No.
Oh,
Oh, the disappointment. Valid question, though.
yeah. Because she would not know how to get you to get dressed, but she would have been like, okay, in order for us to get a drink, we have to get dressed.
I am no heathen. Just a little silly.
Just making sure. I know how you feel, and that we don't know what this place is like. Maybe there's a place that likes this thing.
A nudist bar?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a place like that here, but
Surprised.
maybe you could ask at the tavern.
Maybe.
Let's get something to drink. I need something to drink
Yeah, it's a great idea.
after what we've been through.
And it's never
And
gonna
what I've-
stop.
And what I've heard.
and what you overheard, yeah. As you walk in,
Yeah, she's gonna walk in pretty quickly.
as you kind of run in, you accidentally bump into the side of another gentleman wearing looks like a heavier a heavier furred jacket or cloak, elvish build, though kind of vaguely elvish. Victor, you have a small little gnomish person actually. It's almost like neither of you really saw each other until you both tried to go into the door and you both kind of just hit your sides up against each other on accident.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Excuse yourself.
What were you saying that I was exiting the building, or we just ran into each other inside?
You were both like trying to enter the building at the same time on the outside.
We came
Well,
here to drink.
oh.
Not dilly-dally.
Oh.
Now wait.
After you.
Oh, thanks. I like your coat.
Oh, thank you. There's apparently very good tailors here.
There's a lot of talented people here. First a good artist, and now a good tailor. Where did you get it?
Oh, shop down the way. Are you two also from out of town, I assume?
Yeah, we came here on kind of like a vacation kind of thing, and we got ditched by two of our party members, so now we're just getting something to drink.
It's
Huh?
just one way to put it.
They're busy
Oh.
banging.
Well, I'm here to get a drink myself, so would you
That's all
guys mind
fit
some
in the
company?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, he said, like, he would not mind company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he talks weird.
You'll meet
Um,
Twitch. Chat. Soon. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm a little worried, but okay.
Yeah,
Are
we.
you his guide?
No, that's Milton.
Yeah,
He's
that's
too
one of the.
busy baking
Yeah, that's one of the people who ditched us as his normal guide, but
Oh, well, not a very good caretaker, but we can help you get around, old man.
Thanks, Sonny.
yeah, as long as you don't mind a little bit of weirdness, we love the company, especially especially since we're used to more company.
All right, let's go
What are you
inside.
here for?
Oh, I've got a contract to cash in.
Business. Ah.
Yes, but no, this isn't a place for business talk. Let's
Oh,
relax.
drinking. We need a drink. Bartender.
As you three make your way into the tavern, standing behind the bar counter, or standing behind the bar, you see another woman wearing a very eccentric, almost like uniform, where half of her dress is like one half of her dress is straight up like a wolf is a wolf's pelt, while the other half is completely covered in stark black feathers.
Like
Well,
split down the middle or top and bottom.
like down the middle.
Mm.
At seeing you three come in, she raises her hand. Welcome, welcome, come in, take a seat. What can I get you? I am Brynhild, and welcome to to the Raven and the Wolf.
Thanks. What's your specialty here?
Our specialty, our highest recommended drink, is the red mead.
I'll take a cup of that.
Very well, very
I
well.
will as well.
3 red meads.
Three
On top of their order.
wait, on top. You mean?
We'll get 2 rounds right now.
All right. You see, she kind of she'll quickly like move behind, gesturing you to uh, a brain, gesturing like you to an open
brain.
table. Uh, uh, for each mug of red mead, it is only going to be 4 chips each, or 4 copper.
So 8 total.
I'm gonna hand her 5 gold. I mean, not 5 gold, 5 silver.
Oh goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
5 silver, and just be like, here you go. I got the table.
Oh, very much. Would you like some food as well?
Sure.
For the 5 silver.
Just bring up, and she'll put out another. She'll just hand another silver. Like, just bring out what this covers, and yeah.
Yes, of course, of course. So that's how many mugs of the red mead? Is it in total?
So just, I think 6 cups total.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, thank you, young. That's quite magnanimous of you.
Yeah, we get paid quite well at our job, so you know.
Oh, Where do you guys work for?
We we work for the Emissaries. We do like adventure jobs.
Oh, would I have heard of the Emissaries, Vivi?
I would say so, yes. It is pretty well known that the Argent Emissaries, or the Oaksworth Order of the Argent Emissaries, is a establishment that's kind of pretty fairly well known throughout the lands for your typical adventuring stuff.
But they only work out of Arkhaven, right?
They do, though they have been known to kind of reach out across the continent to help others, depending on like the stuff.
Okay. Oh, the Emissaries. Are you guys from Arkhaven originally?
Kinda. That's where we all met.
Okay. Well, I've generally heard good things of the Emissaries. Good to be in good company.
Yeah. What do you do for a living?
Oh, just wandering for now. Mostly hired work, where I can get it. But that kind of sounds like similar to what you guys are doing.
Yeah. Do you do it by yourself, or do you have a group, or?
No, mostly just me for now.
Solo rider.
That seems kind of lonely.
Oh, you get used to it. I don't mind being on my own. But
Well, maybe I mean, it would be up to the rest of the group, but we could always use another hand, maybe. And I don't think anyone should get used to being lonely.
well, yeah, money's been a little tight, so I'll think on it.
You don't have to split it as many ways if you're just on your own. Makes sense.
Yes, but you can't do as challenging work.
And
And
we get
also-
on some wacky adventures.
We do.
Oh yeah. What have you guys been up to?
Yeah, what have you been
Oh.
up to? The voice
Well,
of
What
God
is she able
demands.
to remember? Because what's actual real?
It's up to you. I would have said that there would have been from what your characters remember. There's plenty of time, probably like a month or two of work. And I would say almost like any low-level adventure you would have had already. So if you want to like just make something up on the spot, it can be canon.
Oh gosh,
Within
don't
reason.
get.
How many dragons did you slay?
What's a dragon?
100.
Wow.
There was one time where we had to solve a riddle with two guards. One always lied and one always told the truth. It was really confusing.
It was classic.
And then we
but-
killed the one that was apparently telling the truth.
Hey, you're not
No.
here.
Yeah, you're not here. We got them drunk instead.
Oh.
We got them both drunk, and so that way they started talking very loopily. And when you're loopy, it's very easy to tell when you lie.
Smart.
So yeah,
So-
we get up some crazy stuff and we find crazy solutions, but sometimes we fight things.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that sounds more or less up my alley.
And I'm blind.
I've noticed. I'm impressed you get around very well.
Yeah.
He can see, but he's blind. He's weird.
Oh, okay.
It's a funny story. That I won't tell you.
What?
Oh.
Oh. I was waiting to hear the story. I've been wanting to hear the story. How did
Get a
you and
couple drinks
Milton
before I leave.
meet, by the way?
Oh. Now that's a tale I could tell. Well, after being abducted by aliens and dropped into this wacky world that we're in, Jim quickly passes and glosses by this while they're both trying to ask, aliens? I was put into a mental institution,
Oh,
and the doc saved me. Also, other things, like demons.
Saved you by helping you or breaking you out?
He's my caretaker.
Does not answer. I love it.
Well, is this doc going to be joining us as well?
Once he's done having the hanky-panky, maybe.
Some food is brought out. Some very
We didn't order this.
I did.
Oh,
some food along with
food
your
just appeared.
red mead. Yeah. The red mead is again, it's not the strongest mead, but there's definitely, it seems as if there is like another a more locally sourced like berry that's been used in the creation of this mead that gives it a deep red color and a bit of a almost a fruity twist to the taste of the mead. Very sweet. You can kind of tell why it might be very popular. The food comes along some very well seasoned like lamb chops, some roasted vegetables, some very simple ingredients, but still very satisfying and filling to the stomach. Mainly like root vegetables and things that could kind of grow in this environment.
How do they compare to the stuff that I grew?
I'd say it's one of those things where it's different, but it's equal. It's definitely some of it is some of the vegetables is definitely something that you're not familiar with. I'm trying to think. I'm not personally too big on food, but it's different, but it's similar. If that answers your question.
Gotcha.
like
She's gonna.
some of it is new, but it's like, oh, it's kind of related to like the sort of carrot that you grew on your farm.
Yeah, she's gonna take a bite and gonna be like, "Ooh, I'll need to get some seeds while we're here. This is interesting. Very different."
It's a bit of an acquired taste, but you get used to it.
Oh, I like it. It's just different. I want to grow and try to, crossbreed them and see if that can create a new plant.
Good food for our travels.
So, where did you say you were from?
A ways out, southeast.
South of. Oh, I'm kind of from the east, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Damn.
I don't remember. Oh,
roughly. Yeah, I would say. Kind of
What part of
east southeast. Yeah.
What part of the southeast?
Well, just a ways out.
I'm a ways out,
Oh,
southeast.
well, where are you from?
Have you heard of a town called Ashwell?
Mm,
If you
probably not.
if you want, given the size of it, it would be a high DC. But if you want to make a history check,
Sure. 2 beats it, right?
just under the DC,
Ah,
unfortunately.
knew it. No, I can't say I have. Where's that out?
What was the name of the country it was by?
It's technically part of the Trustin Empire or kingdom.
It's part of the Trustin Kingdom.
Oh. Oh.
With that
Oh.
being said, you do notice that there are a couple of individuals kind of around. You just kind of glance over at your conversation at the mention of the Trustin Kingdom before kind of going about their own business.
If you want a little bit of advice, I'd probably keep that to yourself around here.
Oh, is it a bad thing? I'm from a farm, so I don't really know a lot about like what's the right or wrong thing to say. Kind of just kept to my family. So, is that
Well,
a bad thing?
There's some bad blood still around, so if anyone asks, maybe don't mention that.
Bad. Okay.
But what about you, Jim?
Where am I from?
Yes, I know you mentioned something about
Aliens!
people, but
They were
but
great!
where were you born?
Tumbleweed. Born
Can't
and
say I've heard-
raised.
Is that near Archaven? I haven't heard of that.
No, it's out of this world.
All right. How about another drink?
More! Drink more riddles! It begins.
As another round of drinks come around, has Milton returned from the lavatory?
Yeah.
One of the things that she's actually going to bring up is that like we're actually looking for another person because like we used to have Leah.
I would say, for the purposes of
We don't
the
remember
thing that
her.
happened, yeah, Leia does not exist in your memory.
No.
That sucks.
I would say that
Dead.
there might have, if you do want to help plug up a hole in a little backstory part, there might have been like another member of the Emissaries that had joined you for a little bit of time, like a halfling who still works at the Emissaries, but like had to kind of peel off to help some others.
We
We
remember
have-
Leia.
Hmm?
Why can't we remember Leia?
What we've been through, Milton.
Yeah.
This is what we've been through.
Because reality had been changed beyond your.
Project your reality and substitute my own.
Jim already does that. I don't need 2 people doing that.
What if it's a fun little thing that I am the only one that remembers Leia?
Roll a
And I'm
d20.
like desperately trying to convince everyone. Roll a d20?
Yeah, just roll a d20, and that will decide. You have vague memories, but if you try to remember them, it's like all the details kind of keep slipping from your mind.
Hey, I got another dude's memories inside my head. Can I roll 2 just to see?
We're not here
I'm gonna
yet,
say
though.
that one's different. So unfortunately, no. My deepest apologies.
I'm
There's
insane.
going to be very few times where I just right out say no, and this is going to be one of them.
But we had another halfling with us at one point, so that kind of joined us that filled up like we kind of feel like we're missing one person in our group. So I think you would really fit in, and
You just met this little gnomish girl, and she's immediately trying to get you to join them in this little polycule that they're going on.
Sounds like a pyramid
listen, she's stuck with Jim. She needs someone to stay with her to keep her safe.
scheme.
She needs
Well-
someone to keep her sanity when she's alone with Jim, and she's like, you won't leave me to have the hanky panky."
No.
Well, yeah, more I think it over. Haven't had a job in a little bit, so wouldn't be bad to get something a little bit more formal.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun, and you'll like the other two members. They're a little crazy as well. We're all a little crazy.
I was about to say spice.
You're not here.
You're really selling us great, Spice. I'm proud of you.
But I think you'd like them. You seem like you have a little crazy hidden in there.
Well, I don't know if to take that as a compliment or not.
Oh, it's a super big compliment.
Well, listen, as long as you guys are paying, I don't mind.
Oh, we don't pay. The emissaries pay.
The emissary
Yeah.
pays.
And we get good money. How much did that make us?
I'm blind.
DM?
I don't know. How much did you make?
Oh, you could always lie.
What's a good amount for like a decent job at the emissaries?
I think last time we got paid maybe it was like 1,000 gil from the last job.
Where is the money on the page? Because I'm having a hard time finding it.
Oh, it's under inventory, I believe.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, good call. See you now.
okay. I was about to say, I hope we transferred over money you had from the previous sheet.
I don't know if we did. Completely. Let me look.
But we typically get paid like over 1,000 gold.
1,000 gilt.
Guilt, yeah.
God damn.
I
Heard the
I don't
emissary
remember
for
that.
deep pockets, but I didn't know it ran that
Right?
deep.
I don't think
That's
it was
what you said, right?
1,000. I think it was closer to 500.
Okay, then retract that and say 500.
Same response.
How much did we get paid?
You're not here.
2.
We got Stop.
But the reason why you do get usually a decent pay is because you don't get work very often. It's not like a very consistent amount of pay.
Are we salary or hourly?
Salary.
Contract work.
Or
Yeah, it's
contract,
contract.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a gig.
Yeah.
It's a gig economy.
No.
And we
Congrats.
get a lot of off time too. So we get a lot of money really fast, and then we get a break, and then we get a lot of money again.
So,
Alright.
so we're independent contractors?
Not really
Yeah.
independent if you're working for the emissaries, but you are also free to leave the emissaries if you have like a calling elsewhere.
Go freelance.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a doctor without borders, so I basically just take whatever I can get. But what do I know? I'm not there right now.
Exactly. Speaking of, I think enough time has passed.
Nope, still going on. Continue. No.
No, okay. Well, yeah, for an hour and a half, I would say total time.
It's been
Yeah,
like
that's
5
some
minutes.
hanky panky.
Well, you don't know what we did. You guys weren't there. You just saw a
I
fog
know what
cloud.
happened. Jim knows what happened.
It's context clues. Both of you ran out, one carrying the other. The other two, like, finally give it some extra time, decide to leave, and your clothes are still in the little cubby. So you definitely
who's to
haven't
say
left
that-
yet.
Well, who's to say that we went all the way versus maybe doing some other bases? You don't know unless
Jim
you were
knows.
there.
Jim knows.
In his heart.
And even even spices, as long as this is taking, she's suspecting something.
Something is up.
So she's gonna have questions.
Sure, you want those answers?
Only one way to
There's
find out.
questions.
So, as you
She might not ask them.
So, after some time, after you two, quote unquote, finish up, your your fog cloud spell dissipates. You make your way
Make sure
back
take
to.
a shower.
Yeah.
On the way out.
Probably take a quick shower. Indeed. As you're making your way back to the main building to get your personal effects, you do see Hemming standing there, his arms just crossed, waiting. Doesn't say a word.
I just I just give him a small smile, but I will not say anything as we walk out.
Totally like the equivalent of the walk of shame, isn't it?
Well, no, you know what? She's not gonna apologize for it. She's gonna just be like, it happened, and smile and just keep walking. I don't know I don't know if Milton's doing a walk of shame or something, but Pearl's not gonna look apologetic.
I don't think, as long as we don't have the prolonged eye contact.
He is staring both of you down. Not saying anything. It did not seem as if there was any complaints lodged or witnesses that,
Damn, we should have tried harder then.
reached to him.
Later, hun.
But as you do get dressed, you do see that there is a small letter addressed to you, detailing on
Okay.
where Spice and Jim went.
Okay. She'll get dressed and she'll give Milton the smile, a little wink, and then wait for him to get dressed, and they'll head over.
All right. Also, I know we are so far in the game already, but at some point we need to update Victor's little icon because it's still showing Leia.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
We never
I
went
see
into.
his thing.
Oh no, I meant for the Discord React.
Oh.
thing.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I need to switch that out.
That's fine.
It'll be fine,
She still lives on.
of course. Now, yeah, Leia does still live on, still up at the monastery.
But no memories right now.
Of course, because it never happened. Ooh.
Something happened. I just can't remember.
Is the tavern very crowded? Are we able to easily spot Spice and Jim?
Yeah, I'll say yeah. as you make your way down the main streets to the central ward and find the tavern, you are easily able to walk in and see the very distinct way that Jim dresses, along with the shorter Spice. Probably needing maybe like the Viking equivalent of a booster seat.
Okay.
Well, she stands on her feet.
And we see this stranger at the table with them?
Yes, and actually that's a good point. We're all pretty familiar with what everyone looks like. If we could have just a quick little description of Victor.
Oh. Yeah, I think I mentioned the basics before. He's got very tan skin, kind of a longish, like dark hair, kind of tied back into a simple ponytail. He'd probably be just wearing regular traveling clothes right now, or just just like a simple shirt and trousers, and some boots, and then he's got his cloak that he just bought on.
Yeah.
Anything else I'm missing?
No, I think that's it. Yeah. Also some very light elvish features.
Yes. So like his ears are like a little pointed, but not necessarily in the way if anyone's met an elf before that they would have seen. Kind of fairish features.
So yeah, that's what you see.
Pearl's gonna say to Milton, I wonder who that is. And as she's then gonna start walking to the table.
Welcome. Please have a seat, and I'll get with you in just a moment. You see that she, the bartender, Brunhild, is already in the middle of trying to prepare a few mugs for another table as you walk in.
Okay. Pearl's just gonna let her know that she's with the group over there, and she's gonna start walking with Milton to the table. And then when she gets to the table, she's gonna sit down and she's gonna say, "Hello. Who are you?"
Well.
Oh, friends of yours?
Yes,
Hi.
Doctor, and
the titular.
What the what?
The titular doctor. And as attention is brought towards the doctor, Victor, your turn. You both lock eyes. See a face that you'd never thought you would ever see again.
So it is the prolonged eye contact then, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pearl.
Yeah.
You instantly get the vibe that maybe this stranger is a long-lost lover of the doctor. The way they just keep staring at each other.
Hey.
I'm just
Or not. You know, that's not really my place to say.
Do
Now
it,
kiss.
Okay.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Kiss.
can I tell if there's some tension or something between this prolonged eye contact that they're having?
Well, let's let them decide.
Maybe what we'll do is Pearl will whisper to Jim, what's going on?
She's just gonna look at Milton, look at the stranger, and then she's gonna look at Jim and Spice, and she's like, "Do you guys know him? Who is he?"
We just met.
oh, we met, and I've offered him to join our group if you guys are okay with it. Because you know how we used to have that halfling that sometimes joined us? This guy's been traveling by himself for a little while, and he said he's used to being alone, and I don't like that.
She's
Interesting way of putting it.
gonna look at Milton, and she sees that they're. I don't know how they're reacting to each other. She's gonna look at Milton like,
Yeah,
"Are
let's
you
let
okay?"
them react.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
How to
yeah,
run this.
I'm right.
And
Yeah.
speed.
It's just that awkward stare silence. that like,
I
Well,
thought you
you
died.
gonna take a seat?
You guys gonna go do some hanky panky? What's going on?
That's what I'm wondering.
slowly take a seat.
Victor's just gonna be staring at Doc.
Can I? Why are you staring at him so strongly? Who are you? Pearl's gonna sit next to Milton, in between Victor and Milton. She's gonna stare back at Victor with a strong look.
Sorry, you just remind me of someone. Name's
Uh-huh.
Victor.
Pearl.
You?
My name's
Pleasure.
Pearl.
Oh, my name's Spice.
Oh, yeah. I assumed we would have introduced ourselves.
Okay.
We don't know who this guy is.
He.
I mean,
Does Doc's coat carry any insignia?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I think you might have mentioned this once before, but correct me if I'm wrong. There might be some like lighter patches on
Yeah.
the coat that looks like there used
Yeah.
to be symbols, but has been since
Correct.
removed.
Yep.
And you? What's your name?
who is he pointing to?
Oh no, he's pointing at me.
Okay.
I know who he's pointing to. It's the eyes kind of narrow for a second, like, I don't believe we have been introduced. I think I would remember a face like yours.
Same.
Can I do insight?
Or are you guys lovers?
I don't know.
Can I do insight into this meeting of like them being like trying to do introductions?
This tension.
Yeah. I'm gonna do
Sure.
insight too. Because I'm giving Spice a look like, what the fuck is happening?
One left the other on the at the altar.
Oh, shit.
23.
Yeah, Spice
Really good.
definitely picks up on something. Pearl, I think it's a little more ambiguous of like what's going on.
Yeah. Stuff like this energy feels weird between you two. I don't like it.
Would I? So for Spice, between the two of you, you can answer like just for your own character if you want. But would you say that? Would you say it's not? It's not a hostile sort of meeting, or is it more of a like an in belief that you two have met again?
Definitely disbelief on my end.
Okay. How do you want to run this villain?
No, hey, look, you decide.
Oh my god. You make the decision.
If you want to, I can say it. I
If you
can.
want to leave it up to a dice roll, you can do that too, but let me tell you, the dices have not been in my favor lately.
Hey, like, that's subjective opinion, okay?
Did you have an idea, Vivi?
I think I have an idea. If you two are stuck,
Yeah, let's hear.
right. Definitely towards the end of the conflict, about 10, 12 years ago, between the Trustan Kingdom and the Galid Agreement, combined forces. close to the border of the Trustin kingdom, there was a wrecked airship. The Trustin military was definitely trying to reclaim any lost materials to make up for the fact that they could not keep a stronghold in Slate Shore. Milton, it's been over 10 years. You can't remember exactly what your orders were.
You want me to roll a history?
I'm saying just for ease of
Okay,
making this fit.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You can't, it was definitely something to do with continuously pushing the enemy out. And of course, you are on the front line. At some point between, just off, just a decent distance away from a previously fallen airship, you two, one being a border guard, one reaching out, crawling, scouting through the woods, trying to be sneaky, trying to, just keep tabs on the enemy. And the other one, trying to stay away from the most obvious place of danger, trying to stay away from, the airship itself. You two had stumbled almost on top of each other before quickly pulling guns, seeing that's the enemy. That's the person I'm fighting. Both of you draw your weapons. Both of you have sidearms. And neither of you can't really remember how long you two stood there, intently staring, both fingers on the trigger, just waiting for an excuse. And the moment keeps passing, and you realize that the other one hasn't fired yet. Through the adrenaline of the moment, neither of you realize that both of your arms are burning from holding up your firearms. Before one of you still can't remember who did it first, but slowly lowered their gun. Then the other one did. In a sense of relief that neither of you truly wanted to kill the other one, despite that was your duty. That was what you were supposed to do. Whether you didn't want to fire to draw more attention, whether you didn't want to fire because it was another person, I would say that's only your characters would know that. What finally broke the tension, Victor, you heard a crackle of a wouldn't necessarily be a radio, but it's like a wireless telegraph from a machine on your back. With that moment, you started stepping away, still facing Milton, not wanting to risk turning your back, but you took a few steps back, got around a tree, and both of you retreated, sparing the life of the other. This was towards the end of a fast but brutal multi-year conflict. And both of you were probably tired of it by this time.
All right.
Alright, cool. Alright, I think after that kind of slight awkward silence and everybody staring at him, he's just gonna kind of let out a small huff. It's like, my name's Milton. I guess, the group doctor, and I am also, Jim. What's the word that you like?
Jim's caretaker.
Yes. Much to my own.
He loves it.
I don't think it was a voluntary thing.
Oh, they've told me much. Victor. Nice to meet you face to face.
What is
So
it
where are you?
do? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
From around here, Victor?
No. How about you? Been to Slate Shore before? Heard you're on a little vacation.
Once or twice in my youth, but Colt doesn't always agree with me.
Yeah, it takes a
So-
hardy sort.
How long has it been since you've traveled with the group, Victor?
Oh, a few years now. I mean, join up with little bands here and there to clear out some goblins or scare away some beasts, but nothing permanent.
Okay.
How do you fight? What do you fight with?
Yeah,
Well-
you a magic user?
No, never had the knack for it, but know how to shoulder a spear, halberd. Not too bad with a pistol.
My kind of man.
The only person here that has not used a pistol would be you, Spice, I think.
I'm not really gun person. I like my magic. Things go boom.
Oh.
So how did you hear about the emissaries?
Well,
Or were you-
I was just coming in here and I met your compatriots, Jim and Spice here, and they sat down with me and struck up a bit of a conversation. They were telling me that you guys do some good work, get paid pretty well, and that you recently have a open position.
Pearl's gonna look at Milton when he says the open position. I guess, you good with that? She's gonna whisper that in Infernal.
We'll be fine.
You want to roll insight on that, don't you?
No, she's because of the tension and the awkwardness that you guys had. She just kind of looked at you and whispered that a little bit in Infernal, asking like you good with him coming along. It seemed like you guys were having a moment there.
A moment.
He's gonna kind of just give a small little smile, pat Pearl on the leg and just kind of says no, it's fine. It just darndest thing. It's like deja vu.
Victor.
Yes.
If you would be ever so kind to roll a history check, and with your background, I'd say with advantage.
Alrighty. Shit, how do you do advantage? Oh,
I-
no, right here.
Yeah, it's at the top of the sheet. Should be able to switch it over. Hey,
Not very smart.
the words that Pearl and Milton just exchanged wasn't in common. You're not sure the specificity of it.
Oh,
But
if you're trying to figure out what they're speaking, they do that when they're talking dirty.
Pearl's gonna give her a look, a very sharp, like very sharp, almost glare look.
I'm gonna be honest. I was about to say the same thing. That's okay. That's just the way we speak. That's our love language. But I was like, thank God I didn't. Thank God someone else said it for me. Otherwise, I don't think Milton could have handled that.
I think it's the word use of dirty. She's just like, what the fuck's in that glare?
you're angry because it's true.
I'm just not expecting it. It threw me off.
But yeah, it's definitely like you've been around, you've heard, like you would be more like familiar with like Common and Elvish and like the little dialects and the little regional stuff. But yeah, that was definitely something unfamiliar. Which, given that Pearl is also obviously visibly a tiefling, definitely a much rarer type of person. There's not really a... Yeah.
You see her tail kind of swishing a little bit behind her.
Well, can I consider myself hired then?
I guess I
I'd
don't
say
have
so.
any objection.
I would say technically that the official
That would be-
decision
Yeah.
is up to John, but like however you want to
Oh yeah.
say, yeah, sure.
What time
I
is
mean-
it, anyways?
It's a bit in the afternoon.
Okay, so we still have time to go see John before evening? Or do we have headquarters that we rest in and go see him in the morning?
You do have cramped bunks on the ship. But it's also mentioned that the Raven and the Wolf is also an inn if you want to spend a little money to have some more privacy. Especially since you were stuck on that ship for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do we want to try to go see John in a bit? Or do we want to go see him in the morning with our new friend Victor?
I definitely think we should take our friend Victor to meet him.
Do we want
I'm-
to do that shortly, or do we want to do that tomorrow morning?
What about Victor? How do you want to do it now? Get hired now, or do you want to do it in the morning, and we can
Oh.
just keep drinking?
Well, it's up to you guys. If you got a contact to meet, I'll tag along.
We don't really have a scheduled time to meet him, so it could be any time. Right now, I think we're planning on just drinking and eating and having a good night, and then maybe we go in the morning.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think I'm gonna get a room here, though. Kind of be nice to not sleep on the ship after 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little seasick myself.
Yeah.
Do you want a room together or with Milton? And she's just going to stare.
Did you get it all out of your system, or do you need some more time?
Either or, she stares.
I
It's
feel
completely
like
up to you.
you're staring at him a lot, Spice. So I feel like maybe tonight I'm gonna share a room with you because you're staring a lot at Milton, and I feel like you're giving me a message.
I just, got ditched earlier, and that was kind of sad. You didn't even say that you were gone, and so I sat in the hot room for a while. Got
With me.
dizzy. Yeah, with a naked Jim.
Did you at least like the sauna a little bit?
Oh yeah, it was nice until I was left alone with a naked Jim.
Well, yes. Well, then I'll share the room with you tonight. We'll get a room together.
Sounds good. And Jim, you can share a room with Milton.
I already knew that.
Or have you found a new barrel?
I need sleep on a bed. The barrel's bed is all broken.
I would prefer to have my own room.
So you can let off some steam, Milton. All right.
I think I helped him. Helped him a good chunk of that.
Victor, let me stay with you.
It's a little sudden, isn't it?
No, but it would be like a sleepover. You know.
That turned around so fast.
It's all right. I could get my
Those
own
Victor going,
room, I
The
suppose.
fuck?
I suppose splitting the cost will.
Yeah,
Make it cheaper.
exactly. Cowboy camping. We could even do that.
How much
Save
does the
all
room
the money.
cost, anyways?
As a cowboy like a centaur.
No, that's what I am.
No, that's a cow man.
That's more of like a minotaur.
Mm.
Suppose the dialect here is a little different from where I'm used to. But anyways,
Can I try to get the bartender's attention?
Sure. You raise up a hand, and very quickly, Brynhild comes over and says, "Yes, I hope that everything is to your liking."
Yeah, how much is it for a room? I want your nicest room that you have available tonight.
Ooh, well, we have a couple of different rooms. Our typical rooms are 5 states each, but our bigger and nicer rooms on the second floor, those are 8 states.
Is that silver?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, shit! I don't have any silver. Well, can we split the cost? How much would I have to pay for 50-50 on that?
Half of 8 would be 4, so 4 states.
So
Can I just handed gold and ask if breakfast could be brought up in the morning?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm just gonna hand over gold. I got it.
Okay, I'll get the next one then.
Exactly.
All right.
So,
Victor, I will buy our room.
No. Quite generous of you.
Don't
Victor's
worry,
like
I've got the money. How much
Victor's
was the?
like needs to be joining us as we just keep piling out money.
Yeah, this is great.
See, I'm good for it.
Pearl's tail's gonna kind of like wrap a little bit around Milton's arm, and Infernal, she's gonna be, you gonna be okay by yourself tonight?
It's more of that
He
dirty
better
talk.
No.
be.
More of the
It's
dirty
an
talk.
Infernal, Spice. Can you?
She probably picked it up by the inflection in your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, her voice got a little saucy there.
Yeah. It's like how dogs don't actually understand what you're saying; they're more reacting to your tone of voice.
She says
Yes,
that's
I'm gonna
Milton.
stick. She's gonna stick with that. He better be.
He's just gonna whisper to himself, God, I hope so.
And Jim, you were asking for the price? Was it for a modest room or the bigger, more comfortable room?
Whatever is clever. Yes.
There's either 5 states or 8 states for the bigger room.
What did Spice get? Just give me
I
one of
got the
those.
fancy one.
There.
Fancy.
So that one as well. Would you
And
want
the
breakfast?
food. Yes.
All right, yeah. That would be 1 gilt then.
There you go.
I'm gonna do the same.
Big room all
I'll
by
get
yourself.
fancy rooms.
All right. Also with breakfast.
Of course.
All right. That'll be one gilt. 3 gilt in total for 3 different rooms with room service or breakfast service. Be fresh eggs, slices of bacon. Congrats.
Michael. Henry.
Well, I guess it'd be instead of breakfast bacon, it'd be more like breakfast ham. Close enough.
A nice hearty slice of sourdough bread. Yeah.
All right, with rooms all set up, a night and a place to stay. Your first day here at Slate Shore, and more specifically, Ravenhold. No windows broken. I'm
Amazingly.
surprised.
This time.
This time.
This time they've been spared.
We can start the game next time with Jim just jumping out the second floor window.
Victor's just gonna get a random note slid under the door that says, he's your problem now.
And then we never see Doc ever again.
He's gone out to get cigarettes again.
Milk. Milk.
The next time you see Milton, he straight up purchased like a goat for milk. Hey, it's constant fresh milk and a pet. And when things get really rough, a free meal.
Oh, no, it's gotta be a cow. We have to call it emergency rations. That's its name.
That's rough. Not unheard of, but it's a little rough. But yeah, we can go ahead and, since it's now time, go ahead and close it. Session is a little short because of scuff and technical issues, and we attempted an attempt to stream this and not being able to stream it, but I'll get it hopefully figured out before next week. But that was Cold Beginnings. So what all you think?
Fantastic.
Fun. Very fun.
Yay.
I'm looking forward to the sexual tension with Doc.
Yes. Nothing gets the blood going more like a
Attempted murder?
no, it was gonna be shoot, close death. No, not close death, but
Near death.
near death experience. Yeah. Being in a foreign land, exhausted, fighting a war you didn't want to fight. But yeah. Alright. well, that'll be it for the first episode of The Pale. Hope everyone has a nice evening and a good night. Oh,
The
and
worst part is we know everything's gonna click as soon as we both pull our guns and just start shooting at the enemy.
it'll all
Yeah.
it'll all come rushing back.
Mhm.
All right. This was fun, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.